Meeting a Skinwalker. The wind howled through the barren landscape as I trudged along the remote hiking trail. I had always felt a connection to the wild, drawn to the untouched beauty of nature. But on this particular afternoon, that connection would be put to the test in ways I could never have imagined. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that seemed to reach out to me, I quickened my pace, eager to reach the safety of my campsite. The forest around me was alive with rustling leaves and distant caws of birds. Yet beneath the natural symphony, an underlying sense of unease tugged at my senses. I reached my campsite, hastily setting up my tent and starting a fire. The crackling flames danced in the dark, casting eerie shadows on the surrounding trees. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, that unseen eyes were studying my every move. I brushed off my unease as mere nerves and decided to distract myself with a book. Hours passed and the forest grew still. The chirping insects had fallen silent, and a suffocating silence settled over the clearing. It was then that I heard it, a faint, distant whisper, like a breeze carrying words just beyond the threshold of understanding. My heart raced as I strained to listen. The whisper grew closer, its tone shifting from soft murmurs to something more urgent. It was as if the very air around me was alive with unseen voices, their words too distorted to comprehend. Dread knotted in my stomach, and I realized that I was no longer alone. A movement caught my eye, a flicker of motion at the edge of the clearing. I stared into the darkness, heart pounding, until a figure emerged from the shadows. It was a creature that defied explanation, a twisted, grotesque imitation of a wolf, yet somehow distorted and warped. My breath caught in my throat as I watched the creature approach. Its eyes held an eerie intelligence, gleaming with malevolence. The whispers grew louder, filling my head with a cacophony of fragmented phrases, each one more chilling than the last. Fear and instinct battled within me as the creature drew closer, its form shifting and contorting as if it couldn't decide on a single shape. The realization hit me like a blow. This was a Skinwalker, a being of ancient Native American legends that could take on the form of any creature it desired. I knew that making eye contact with a Skinwalker was dangerous, a connection that could lead to a loss of one's very essence. Panic surged through me as the creature locked its gaze onto mine, its eyes boring into my soul. The whispers intensified, a chorus of voices that seemed to echo within the depths of my mind. With a surge of adrenaline, I tore my gaze away and scrambled to my feet. My heart raced as I fled through the darkness, the whispers pursuing me like a haunting melody. The forest seemed to close in around me, the trees bending and contorting in ways that defied nature. I stumbled and fell, crashing to the ground as the whispers reached a fevered pitch. The air was thick with their presence, suffocating me, twisting my thoughts. Desperation guided my actions as I fumbled for my flashlight and aimed its beam into the darkness. The light revealed only the twisted trees and a sense of malevolence that seemed to saturate the very air. And then, as suddenly as it had started, the whispers ceased. The forest grew quiet, as if the night itself was holding its breath. I stumbled back to my campsite, trembling with a mixture of fear and disbelief. The encounter had been surreal, a dance on the edge of the supernatural. As dawn painted the sky with shades of pink and gold, I packed up my camp and left the wilderness behind. That encounter with the Skinwalker would forever haunt my dreams, a reminder that there are forces in this world that defy explanation, and that the darkness that lurks at the edges of our reality can take on forms far more twisted and malevolent than we could ever imagine.